a lot of people have become a lot more aware of mental health and the issues that it presents.
Men don't really talk about mental health issues. We don't really cover any of those topics. Even as us as a friend group, we rarely ever touch on it unless someone's really like visibly down in a bad place.
Just started my 20s, because that's where I was intoxicated and doing nothing with my life. I felt like I was just existing in a shell. I was intoxicated 7 days out of 7.
I remember living in the flat underneath him and used to go up. He would be half a bottle of JD and he would be smoking his lungs away.
He was turning to alcohol to deal with all his feelings, all his emotions.
I think it was a coping mechanism.
And just going through a lot of battles in your head where you think, I'm not good enough, I don't really think I'm applying myself, I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere. My relationships aren't great, my friends don't know anything about it. And you're sort of hidden and you're trapped in your own mind.
That side of him is his worst trait, that he wants everybody to think he is Behzinga and I'm happy and I'm famous for my laugh, so I've got to put that persona on when sometimes it's quite hard behind the scenes.
I remember telling him he needs to stop the drinking. Stop drinking so much. You're drinking way too much.
As a close friend of him, it's really scary to see someone in that state because you want to help them as much as you can, but you don't want to push too much that they end up going away from you.
I didn't want to be anymore. I didn't want to be here anymore because I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I was letting everyone down. I felt like I was just a burden to absolutely everyone. I felt like I was the shit heap that everyone was dragging along.
It was possibly one of the most heartbreaking things to see, is to see a friend go through such troubles and there's nothing really that you can do apart from be there for them.
He was saying quite a few worrying things. He can't go on and it was all getting too much. The pressure was too much and he was struggling.
And I think when you end up going down that rabbit hole, you end up just talking yourself into stupid things.
And I remember Ethan's girlfriend at the time knocking on my flat door and she was crying. I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? This is at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And she's telling me that Ethan's not in a good state and he's gone out.
I was very drunk and I ended up getting in the car and I left the flat with no intention of going back to the flat.
I didn't know he felt that bad, that he felt that he had to even end his life or anything like that.
I was panicking. I didn't know what to do.
In your head, you've now whittled yourself down to meaning nothing. You don't really find any reason to be knocking about anymore. And that's where I'd ended up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'd sort of convinced myself that now was the perfect time to just make myself disappear.
Thankfully, in the end, Ethan got in contact with people and he let them know that he was safe and he was coming home.
It's weird how the world works, but I just got to a point and I sort of pulled the car over and it just hit me. I was like, what are you doing, mate?
That was a very, very scary period for me because I didn't know if I was going to see my friend again, really.
He's having like a mental breakdown and he just like collapsed into my arms and was just crying.
I love my friend so much. Yeah, I will cry. I have done before. I love my friends.
I got in my car pissed as a fart and I was ready to, that was it. Not many people know that. Not many people know that. And this is what I mean is I got in that car with the intention of not getting back out of it. But, oh, it's fucking deep. Yeah, I had the intention of not getting back out of the car that evening. But whilst it was all, not only did I put myself in danger, I put other people in danger at that point as well. And that's one of my most fucking stupid things I've ever done in my life. Very selfish thing to have done in my life. And not many people know it. Well, people know it now, but barely anyone knew it. I think you knew it.
I remember it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and luckily, my sleeping pattern's quite fucked, always has been, but I had a text message from your ex-girlfriend and she was saying that Ethan's saying that he's going to do this, that and the other. Can you come over to the flat, please? So I got in the shower, got ready quickly, and she said since then you had got in a car and you'd left the flat and I was on the way and then you texted me saying it's okay, it's sorted. Yeah. And then that was like the beginning of when we started to get like a lot closer.
Yeah.
But also, you started after a while to get a little bit better.
Yeah, but that's... I realised whilst I went on that rampage mission, I was like, do you know what? What the fuck am I doing? I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like... Hello. How are you?
Me and my mum are almost like an unbreakable bond. She's like my best friend rather than a mum. We go through everything together. Always have done. Probably always will.
Ethan's my whole world. My absolute heartbeat. Without him, there is no heart.
So, we are at Mummy Bez's house today because she's going to cook me a nice little meal because she's caring and she loves her son.
Very much.
Boom. And we've got a whole box of fun to go through. This is everything that has existed about me from get-go.
Day one.
Everything that belongs in my life.
Yeah. There's more than that. There's a whole nother one of them up there. My whole pregnancy, all I kept saying when I used to rub my tum was, I want a very, very naughty little boy. And I was blessed in that regard.
That's me. Class.
Not many people know, but I actually had Ethan on my own. So it was a very, very emotional day. One that I'll treasure forever.
The swag was on point, you know. Look at that. You did a good job.
I did.
I've always known how to dress.
The real dad disappeared when I was conceived.
It was very tough. Carrying him on my own and consciously having him on my own has driven me to always fight for every cause.
She made that choice. It's the reason I'm sat here today.
He's all I've got and I'm all he's got.
A lot of people don't really know the real situation behind everything that me and my mum have been through.
We knew that his childhood wasn't great. You know, he would tell us stories.
As a teenager, it became apparent to Ethan that he had been abandoned twice and realised that a lot of our life was a lie.
We knew that his dad left home from an early age and that his mum was basically the mum and the dad.
When Ethan was 6 months old, I met his fake dad, as he calls him.
He was there till 13. It all went horribly downhill in that relationship due to drug addictions
And debt.
that my mum tried supporting him through to one day just go to the shops and not come back. And then with that, I found out that it wasn't my biological dad due to the divorce papers.
It's a bit of a sensitive topic for him.
I feel like there's probably some anger at the world, like why has this happened to me?
During that time is when my mum had cancer.
His mum was his only support system.
It was terrifying, and I didn't want him to think for 1 minute that I was going to die.
So that would have been a very, very scary time for him.
I had to find us somewhere to live and get back on our feet. I had to sit up the homeless office every single day, and it affected Ethan badly at school.
Ethan would be a bit disruptive, destructive. Just school didn't work for him, he didn't fit.
That was the time that I sort of went off the rails. It was sort of just a whirlwind at that time.
I can barely imagine what it feels like, so I can't really put into words how he must feel.
I had to take antidepressants and see therapists. Yeah, it's really emotional. You might have to stop.
Everything she went through whilst I was at secondary school is a real merit to the type of woman she is. I think younger Ethan had a lot of emotional baggage, but I think nowadays I've turned all of that energy into now something.
I am happy in life. 3, 2, 1.
Toby!
Yes, Dad.
Toby!
Hey, yo, Toby!
It's alright.
Toby!
Toby!
Bro.
Let me give hugs. Good hugs.
Hey, yo!
I'm content, but I have places that I want to go. That's
But
what
it's
I'm
like.
saying.
Scores the contest 56-55 to the winner by split decision for the United Kingdom.
KSI has done it! Oh my God! KSI wins the battle of the YouTubers! That's my God!
I'm so sorry, I could not contain myself. I've seen absolutely everything. United King! I've rose out of my seat. I've never had a feeling like it in my life, ever.
Obviously, Manchester lost my voice. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. KSI has proven again that he can do anything and do it to the highest degree. I'm so proud of him, man. Like, didn't get that round 1 knockout, man. You cost me a bit of money. I'm not mad though. I'm not mad. You won. I said you'd win. I had no doubts, and you did it, man. Thank you, JJ.
And Chunks has joined us. How you doing, Chunks? I can guess how you're feeling.
That's what happens when you mess with KSI, baby.
You can't. He can do everything.
Bro, he can box. He can sing. He can sing. He can do everything. Don't doubt my guy. I told you already.
Split decision. We've got a winner.
Yeah!
Get in! My fucking Donny! Don't ever forget it! The UK has landed! What's up in this mother bitch? Oh, beautiful!
Ecstatic, euphoria, relieved, it's over. The whole process is finally over.
It doesn't matter that it's over. All that matters is it's a dub.
It's a dub, apparently, yeah. It just, that sheer euphoria across our whole group there, and I think like it really just brought to life how close-knit we all are as a group. Like just, I don't know, I was in tears almost.
JJ has so much heart. It's almost like he's on another, like we're all on this level, he's on that level. He gets knocked down in like a painful way, and he takes his time, he recalibrates, and he goes back. He was taking hits then, he was getting hit hard, and he was hitting back harder. That takes some kind of a person to get rocked like that and come back.